So good morning, class 12C. Today we are discussing the topic how to make the revaluation account and the journal entries related to it. For example, when the old profit sharing ratio changes, the firm is reconstituted. At times what we do, we call a valuer, we call an expert from outside, and we ask the valuer to find out what is the current value of our assets and liabilities. It is almost similar when you go to sell your old car. What do? They say our valuer will find out what is the current value of your car, and then we will let you know how much price we can pay. In the similar way, the partners decide to reevaluate their assets and liabilities, and through this they will find out if the values of their assets or liabilities increased or the value of assets or liabilities have decreased. So before we move to the practical section, just write down one question. What is a revaluation account? What is a revaluation account? Answer. At the time of reconstitution of a firm, the assets and liabilities, are to be revalued with the help of a professional valuer. Full stop. The increase or decrease occurred in any of the values of assets or liabilities. The increase or decrease occurred in any of the assets or liabilities. The increase or decrease in assets or liabilities is the increase or decrease in the value of assets or liabilities is taken into account through a revaluation account. Through the revaluation account. Full stop. The balance of profit or loss on revaluation. The balance of profit or loss on revaluation. The balance of profit or loss on revaluation is transferred to partner's capital. In the bracket you can write in case of fluctuating, or current in case of fixed capital. Can be transferred to partner's capital or partner's current account. Now please give it a quick reading and then we will move ahead. Read it out what you have written just now. What is a revaluation account? Come on everyone. At the time of reconstitution, the valuation of assets and liabilities is done, and if there is any increase or decrease in any asset or liability, it is treated through the revaluation account. Children, do you remember PL appropriation account that you studied in the first chapter, fundamentals? All what was missed out from being adjusted in PL account was adjusted through PL appropriation account or PL adjustment account. You must also have made. This is an improvement. The revaluation account is one step upgradation of that PL appropriation or PL adjustment. This is how you can treat it. So is the concept clear to you? Shall we move to the practical side now?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, thank you. Thank you for responding. Kindly keep on saying yes, no, so that I know you are listening. I am not talking to the walls. Okay, now let us talk about the revaluation account. This is done in the format of a simple ledger account. What you make, particulars amount and particulars amount. On top of it, we give the heading revaluation account, since this is to revaluate the assets or liabilities. Now let us quickly find out what all we write on the debit side and on the credit side of this revaluation account. If you wish to note it down, I will give you time. First understand. For example, the question says, at the time of reconstitution of a firm, there was a depreciation on furniture. Now this depreciation on furniture will reduce the value, or if it says the value of computers have gone down by 5,000 rupees, this is a decrease in the value of asset. So any decrease in the value of asset will go to the debit side. Also, any increase in the value of asset. For example, buildings की book value. The book value of building was rupees 20 lakhs, and the revaluer told that now the market value is 25 lakh. So this 5 lakh rupees is the increase in the value of asset. This will go to the credit side. So by increase in the value of asset. Okay. Here only I would like to mention that there are questions which contain journal entries also. So side by side we will learn how to do the journal entries. However, I will provide you separate journal entries, so don't worry. So revaluation account debit to any asset when there is decrease in asset, or asset account debit to revaluation account means any increase in the value of asset. For example, if building is rising high, so building account debit to revaluation account. Next, any increase in the value of any liability. If any liability increases, if creditors increase, or if the secured unsecured loan amount increase, or if there is anything which is outstanding, all this will go to the debit side, this side, debit side of the revaluation account. For example, amount of creditors in the balance sheet, previous balance sheet was rupees 5,000. Now it has raised to rupees 8,000. The difference of this 3,000 rupees will go to two creditors this much. That means the amount of creditors is increasing. The journal entry will be revaluation account debit to creditors, which means the creditors are rising up. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, decrease in the value of liability. This is also possible that some creditors are not to be paid now. उन creditors को payment हमें नहीं करना है, या the value of creditors have gone down, amount of creditors written off हो गए. In this case, the liability is reducing. So by decrease in the revaluation account, by decrease in the value of liability, the journal entry could be creditors account debit to revaluation account means those 3,000 rupees, 8 minus 5. Those 3,000 rupees will be treated as the decrease in the amount of any liability. Or if the liability is increasing from 5,000 to 8,000, it is increasing. So those balance 3,000 rupees will go to two sides. Next, any unrecorded liability. During revaluation, the valuer observed that there was an unsecured loan which was not shown in the balance sheet. So this was the unrecorded liability. It will be written on the debit side of revaluation. The journal entry would be revaluation account debit to loan, unsecured loan, any unrecorded liability. Revaluation account debit to the name of that unsecured liability, and the amount was put on the debit side. On the other hand, on the contrary, any unrecorded asset. It was observed that the furniture which was amounted to rupees 10,000 was not recorded in the books of account. पहले की फॉर्म में, पुरानी फॉर्म में ये 10,000 rupees का फर्नीचर था तो मगर रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ. This was the unrecorded asset, or any debtors or any other value of any asset. So this will bring up the journal entry asset account debit to revaluation account. And you can write this was an unrecorded asset, now recorded. Next, to partners capital account. You will also debit partners capital account if there is any remuneration which was due, any salary, commission or anything which was due to a partner and which was not paid. So that will also be debited. For example, to X or X की salary का amount. Revaluation account debit to excess capital account. Any remuneration which was due, which was not recorded in the partner's capital or current account. Next, unrecorded liability we have there. Okay, one more thing in the debit side is to cash or bank expenses. Now, when we hire any professional valuer, we will have to pay him fees. Please calculate or reevaluate my assets and liabilities, and for that we have to pay him rupees 10,000 as his fees. or rupees 15,000 as his fees. So any expense that you pay to the valuer who has revaluated your assets and liabilities, that will also go to revaluation account as to cash or bank expenses which you have paid on revaluation. So the question will tell you how much is the amount of expenses paid on revaluation. Next, one more thing children, it is also possible that the firm does not pay to the valuer, any partner pays to the valuer. So in case the firm pays, it will be revaluation account debit to bank account or to cash account. But if they say revaluation of the firm was done and X paid the expenses, in this case, this will not be treated through revaluation account, but this will be treated through partner's capital account. Suppose X has paid the amount, in that case it will be treated through X's capital account. Capital account debit to cash or to bank. X account debit to cash or to bank means expenses on revaluation paid by X. And if it is paid by the firm, revaluation account debit to cash or bank account. Now, once you complete this much, what are you going to do? You are going to find out the balancing figure. It will either be a profit or it will either be a loss. If it is a profit on revaluation, write it on this side, divide it among the partners in their whole profit sharing ratio. If it is a loss on revaluation, if this is the balance, this side is the balancing figure coming, then you will write by loss on revaluation transfer to either partner's capital account or partner's current account. And you will transfer this amount in their old profit sharing ratios. Is there any confusion with the revaluation account? Anyone? Any confusion with the revaluation account, children? Come on. I give you 2 minutes, copy it down, then we will move to the journal entries. Note it down. Draw the format and then copy the things. Shall we move ahead, or is there anyone who's writing? Is there anyone who's writing? Hamza, have you ever attended any accounts class before? Rest of you, I see, they were regular. Yes, Varun Sahu, any confusion with the revaluation account? Come on children, yes, no? Any confusion? Purvi, Satakshi, Preet? Okay, shall we move to the journal entries?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, now let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see how you extract journal entries. Now it is sometimes difficult. It is sometimes difficult to learn all the journal entries, or I know it is also difficult to understand the concept behind them. So what we are going to do is, you simply learn the format of revaluation account. Two side में क्या होता है, by side में क्या होता है. In the question also, in order to do the journal entries, in working notes, in rough, you have to make the revaluation account. अगर हमें सिर्फ journal entries भी करनी होंगी question में, then too you have to make the revaluation account. So better you know how to make a revaluation account, and you should also know how to create journal entries from ledger accounts. Do you know how to make journal entries from ledger accounts? Heading debit and to all the side, all the things of the to side and all the things of the buy side debit to the heading of the account. Let's see how it is done. Can you see this side, the other side?
Yes, ma'am.
Better now? Is the board clearly visible now? Now
Yes,
keep in mind the format which you have copied just now. Just check out the journal entries that we are doing. We have written any increase in the value of asset on the buy side. We have also written any decrease in the value of liability, and we have also written any unrecorded asset. So all the things that we have written on the buy side of the revaluation account, debit. Any increase, this going up arrow is increased value of asset, or decreased value of liability, or unrecorded because you have to make a revaluation account even when you have to do the journal entries. So you will also be knowing this balancing figure, which is the profit or loss, which is the loss in this case transferred to partner's capital account. So what all you are going to do is any increase in the value of asset written on the debit side, any written as debit, I'm sorry, not on the debit side, any decrease in the value of liability debit, any unrecorded asset debit, and the loss on revaluation debit to revaluation account. Revaluation account. If you break these entries into simple journal entries, increased value of asset to revaluation account, decreased value of liability to revaluation account, unrecorded asset to revaluation account, XYZ's capital account debit to revaluation account. Now this is how you will be writing 4 separate journal entries. But it will all be done from this. So I have made a combined journal entry for these. Anyhow, when it comes in exam, you can do it both ways. You can write it like this also, and you can write in 4 separate journal entries also. Is there anything which is causing a confusion? The first one, any increased asset debit, any decreased liability debit, any unrecorded asset debit, and the loss on revaluation debit. क्योंकि हम पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट बना चुके हैं, we already know what is the loss on revaluation. Only then we can switch to the journal entries. Otherwise, what to write here we don't know unless we make the revaluation account. To revaluation account means the balancing figure. Sorry, means the total figure. This is the balancing figure. What will you write in the narration? Increased value of liability. Increased value of liability, comma, increased value of asset, increased value of asset, decreased value of liability, comma, unrecorded asset, comma, loss on revaluation. Increased value of asset, comma, decreased value of liability, comma, unrecorded asset, comma, loss on revaluation, transferred to, adjusted through revaluation account, adjusted through revaluation account, and loss transferred to partners capital account, and loss transferred to partners capital account. Any confusion with this, children? The first one, come on. Next is the two side of the revaluation account. Now we will talk about, so you will write revaluation account debit, and what all will you credit? To any decreased value of asset, to any increased value of liability, to any unrecorded liability, and to cash or to bank if the expenses are paid by the firm. If they are not paid by the firm, if they are paid individually by any person, then the journal entry will be partner's capital account debit to cash account, to expenses paid on revaluation, and to partner's capital account or current account. In this case, this is the profit on revaluation. The journal entry for decrease in value of asset or increase in value of liability, or recording of any unrecorded liability, or expenses paid by the firm on revaluation, or profit transferred to partner's capital or partner's current account. Yes. So through this journal entry, you can pass on the other side, the two side of the revaluation account. Please note it down and write down the narration. Now these arrows you don't have to make during writing the actual journal entries in exam, but they are just for your reference to learn. Arrow up means there was an increase in the value of asset. Arrow down means there was a decrease in the value of liability, and vice versa. Assets increased, being value of asset decreased, comma, value of liability increased, comma, unrecorded liability now recorded, unrecorded liability now recorded, comma, expenses on revaluation paid, comma, expenses on revaluation paid, comma, profit on revaluation transferred to partners capital. Profit on revaluation transferred to partners capital or current account. So what all phrases are there in between the commas? Any one is to be written with one single journal entry. For example, revaluation account debit to decrease in value of asset means revaluation account debit to furniture, and you will write the amount of depreciation. The value of furniture reduced, bus, this much. Or if it is only unrecorded liability, so you will write unrecorded liability or the increase in value of liability. It is possible that all of these are not there in the same question. Or supply value decrease in the value of asset now. In that case, you will just skip this portion and write the remaining ones and pass on the journal entries for the same. Copy down both the journal entries, then we will switch to a next question. And please confirm once you complete the question. Once you complete the journal entry. Have you all copied it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now because there is a lot of confusion as far as the book is concerned, you should better copy the question and then we will move ahead. Write the question. A, B, C were partners in the firm sharing profits and losses in 3:2:1. A, B, C were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in 3:2:1. The balance sheet is as follows. Just write down the liability side and the asset side. The balance sheet is as follows. Liability side. Shall I speak now? A, B, C are partners and the ratio is 3:2:1. Should I tell you the balance sheet figures, children? Are you ready to copy it?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Liability side. Creditors 50,000. Bills payable 20,000. Bills payable 20,000. General reserve 30,000. General reserve 30,000. Capital account balances. Capital account of A, B, C. A is 1 lakh. A is capital 1 lakh. B is capital 50,000. And C's capital 25,000. I repeat, A's capital 1 lakh, B's capital 50,000 and C's capital 20,000. Come to the asset side. Land 50,000.
Ma'am, C's capital 25,000.
Okay, A's capital 1 lakh, B's capital 50,000, C's capital 2525. I'm sorry if I said 20. 2525. Asset side. Land is 50,050. Building is 50,050. Plant is 1 lakh. Plant is 1 lakh. Stock. Stock means closing stock because this is in the balance sheet. This is the closing stock. Closing stock 40,000. Debtors 30,000. Debtors 30,000, 30. And bank account, bank balance 5,000. Bank 5,000. Total the balance sheet. How much is the balance for the balance sheet? Quickly. Yes, please tell. 2,75,000. Total the balance sheet 2,75,000 on both the sides. Write down from 1st April 2021 From 1st April 2021, ABC decided to share profits equally. For this, it was agreed, now the terms of revaluation. Okay. For this, it was agreed, point number 1, goodwill to be valued at 1,50,000. Goodwill to be valued at 1,50,000. Land will be revalued at 80,000. Land will be revalued at 80,000. 80. Building to be depreciated by 10%. Building to be depreciated by 10%. Sorry, 6%. I'm sorry, 6%. Building to be depreciated by 6%. Next adjustment is creditors of 6,000 were not likely to arise. Means the creditors are going down. Creditors were not likely to arise, worth rupees 6,000. And they should be written off. Prepare a revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Prepare a revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Come on, quickly draw the columns for the revaluation account. Okay, are you able to see the board clearly? Let us do the question. What we have to do is, first of all, the goodwill will be valued at 1,50,000. For this, you have to calculate the sacrificing ratio and the gaining ratio. Old is 3:2:1. New ratio is 1:1:1. So for the valuation of goodwill, you will have to calculate the sacrifice and the gain. For the sacrifice and the gain, because to save time, I have chalked it out for you. A has a sacrifice of 1/6 and C has a gain of 1/6 and C has a gain of 1/6. Now the valuation of the goodwill is 1,50,000. Now this 1,50,000 into the amount of compensation. How much will this come out to be? 1,50,000 into 1/6. It will come out to be rupees 25,000. We will adjust this in the partner's capital account. Now this much is enough. The other adjustment says land will be revalued, means old land was 50,000 and it is to be revalued and to be made at 80,000, right? Also the question says building will be depreciated by 6%. Building will be depreciated by 6%. So this will be the depreciation on building. Also they say the creditors were not likely to arise. Let us quickly adjust this into the revaluation account. So you see, any increase in the value of asset, building is to be depreciated by 6%. Any decrease in the value of building, also they say land will be revalued at 80,000. Value of asset, and since there is an increase in the value of land, how much is the increase? 80,000 minus 50,000, 30,000. Along with this, what they are saying is creditors are not likely to arise. Creditors written off. How much is the amount for the creditors to be written off? It is rupees 6,000. Now no other adjustment is there. Also they say For this, it is A's capital account, this is B's capital account, and this is C's capital account. What should be the amounts? 36,000 minus 3,000. The total is 33,000. 33,000 to be divided in the overhead ratio. Divide 33,000 in the overhead ratio. How much will go to each partner? 3:2:1. Work it out quickly. 33,000 into 3 upon 6, 33,000 into 2 upon 6, and 33,000 into 1 upon 6. Yes, what is the amount for A? Come on. 33,000 into 3 upon 6. Yes. This comes out to be 16,500. For B, it is 11,000, and for C, it is 5,500. Is the revaluation account clear to each one of you? Increased value of land and decreased value of creditor on the buy side, and decreased value of asset on the to side, and then the balancing figure is divided amongst the partners. Any conclusion with the revaluation account, children? Have you all copied this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now that you have copied it, because there is capital account and balance sheet also, I'll create a video and send it to you on that, because there is a lot of time gone.